everyone, this is my objectives and assessment assignment. I chose to use Prezi for this. So for my summary, I chose the first grade in math, and our topic is counting on from 10. The students in this lesson will count on from 10 using the game Math vs. Zombies on their iPads, 10 frames, extra dots, markers, and crayons to complete this assignment. The standards that I chose for this are the Common Core Math, and the first one would be the numbers from 11 to 19 are composed of 10 and 1, 2, 3, etc., or 9 ones. The ISTE goal that I found was 1.1C, Empowered Learner. Students use technology to seek feedback that informs and improves their practice and to demonstrate learning in a variety of ways. For my objectives, the students will use an app to practice skills using the iPad, staying on task 80% of the time. And students will count on from 10 using a 10 frame, extra dots, markers, crayons, and iPads, getting 3 out of 4 examples correct. For my formative assessment, I chose to create a Kahoot. The equipment that is needed is the teacher's computer to play on the TV, as well as student devices. And the Kahoot that I made is a super simple formative assessment that just has what is 5 plus 10, 10 plus 2, and then a couple true or false questions, each one, and then I just wanted to end on something fun, so the last one is, does Ms. McConnell love you? And they all say yes, because I love each and every one of my students. So yeah, that's that. This will be used in the middle of my unit to guide instruction based on how students perform on the Kahoot. I really like how it gives instant feedback to be able to guide further instruction for my students, so I know if we need to go back and reteach some or if we are good to keep going. The summative assessment that I chose, I plan to use a 10 frame to have the students make different 10 and more problems. I will be doing this one-on-one with each of my students because that is the best way for me to assess them. In the process, I also would like to video them somehow so I can look back and see what the student was doing in the moment. Maybe if there's something that I missed during the assessment that I can go back and watch. I think that'd be really beneficial for me to be able to see exactly what they were thinking. And then for my accommodations and modifications, I plan on giving students extra practice using Kahoot by playing one of the fun Kahoot free-built games that they have, so they understand how to play the game before I use it as an assessment. I think this is really important because not all students know exactly how to use Kahoot, and that could throw off the results of my assessment, so making sure everyone has a good awareness of that is really helpful. I will also support my students who are in grades below first grade, since we have a lot of kindergartners in our class, and I will have a parapro either sit with them one-on-one. I will count by the numbers out loud with them to help them. I will also give them the choice to play along and try their best or do another activity with a paraprofessional that will be chosen based on their level. This can be really hard to do full group lessons because we have so many different ages and ability levels in math, so I would give them something else to do that might be more beneficial and more tailored to their IEP goals. I will again make sure the students know how to use Kahoot, Math vs. Zombies, and all of the materials before giving them to them. And pre-teaching is really important. If they don't know their numbers and they can't count yet, this is going to be a really, really hard lesson for them because we are talking about counting on and 10 and more. So that is my assessment. Hope everyone's having a good week.